Hey, gentlemen, welcome to the Empress Club. This is your humble vassal, Professor J. Mark, for the first chapter of the book, The Empress Club, turning young men into men, men into leaders, and into agents of change and shapers of destiny. Chapter 1 is time. Now, I can't remember who said it or where I heard it, but that was serious business because it set fire in my soul. That from the moment you take your first breath, death is on your heels. That hit me hard. So because of that, I don't practice wasting time. I don't know when I'm going to die. And like a friend of mine said that he's going to squeeze 10 years of joy out of life every year. Not fascinating me. Like, how you could do that? It's only 10 years out of one. But as I got older, I understood. He understood the concept of time better than I did. He accepted his mortality sooner than I did. I'm going to die, and before I die, I am going to squeeze 10 years out of every year. That stuck with me from 11th grade, 88. That stuck with me. I'm going to get 10 years out of every year. I'm trying to figure out how is that possible. But then, like my friend's grandmother always says, keep on living. And that's why they kept on living. That's my philosophy right now. I'm 45 years old. That's my philosophy. I'm squeezing 10 years out of every year. Why? Because I have already gotten, I'm 10 years past my 10 that has been promised. Been promised 10. There's no guarantee I'm going to see more time. So I learned to value time because death could come knocking any day. And gentlemen, you've got to learn to respect time and value time and honor time in order to get the most out of your life. Or like my friend says, to squeeze 10 years out of every year. Now, men don't have the luxury to waste time because we die sooner, we die younger. As children, we die more often, and as young men, we die more often. And that was a very sobering thought. And I can't remember where I discovered this. It had to have been in college. And then I understood what my friend said. You squeeze in 10 years out of every year because I'm dying young. I could die any minute. So I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to get the most out of life. I didn't say act foolishly. But know this, time is a serious thing. You cannot get more, and you cannot buy it. You have to learn to respect it and put it to good use. Also, it's another reason why you've got to respect time as man, is because it takes such a long time to make a man. It takes a long time for a man to become a man. Like some people say, at 40. Depending on the child and their upbringing, I say 30. Just say almost half your life is gone before you become a fully functioning man. Well, that's a very sobering thought. And that's why time had to be in the first chapter. You've got to respect time. Your time is going to come up short at any moment. The Grim Reaper knocks on your door. You have to go. And what do you have to show for it? Did you get out of life what you wanted in the amount of time you've had? What you have been given? And that's another thing, like what Dr. Miles Monroe said, that time encapsulates opportunity. So you cannot be in the habit of wasting time if you want to seize opportunities. Because if you're not using your time wisely, you're not prepared. And the French saying, but I don't know it's French. I got it from a Frenchman. I never forgot it. The chance favors a prepared mind. This is why we've got to respect time and use it wisely, to prepare yourself. And that's why I say, even though people say it's at 40 that you become a man, you could become a man at 30 if you spend your time wisely preparing to become a man. Now, the thing about time is that unless you're sure of reincarnation, like Dr. Maslow, so this time right here encapsulates the only opportunity you have to enjoy life, because this is the time you're in. What are you going to do with your time? Well, if you have the luxury to waste time because you sure reincarnation is real, you go right ahead. But in the Emperor's Club, no one ever sent me a postcard from the afterlife. Well, I've never gotten one. So I would like to believe the afterlife is sweeter, but right now in this moment in time, I'm here. I'm not going to wait until I die to enjoy life or to go to heaven. Like Bob Marley said, if you know what life is worth, you look for yours on earth. Gentlemen, you've been given life and therefore time. The great Bob Marley said, look for yours on earth. Squeeze your 10 years out every year on earth, but in this bracket of time, you've got. So that's all you have. Excuse me. Now, there's another aspect of time we have to deal with. And if you approach time this way, you don't have time to be jealous and envious of anybody or worried about anyone. And it's something I learned, from my teacher, who said it very beautifully, and my grandmother. Now, my teacher said, rich and poor both get 24. That's some serious stuff. So, the thing is, if you don't have money, guess what? You got time. If you use your time wisely, you can get your money. Well, if you're rich, well, hey, you have something else to worry about. But if you're not rich, you need to get your hustle on, especially if you want to live a certain lifestyle, or if you want to provide your family with a certain lifestyle. You want to provide a legacy for your family and a lifestyle for them. It calls for money. Rich and poor both get 24, and that is determined by how you use your time. The lifestyle you live and the lifestyle you wish for your family to live is determined right here and now on how you use your time, because rich and poor both get 24. My grandmother said it a little different. She said, and I never forgot it, boy, the sun only rises once. Do you know what that means? There's no favoritism. Everyone get the same 24 because the sun rises once, set once. So I took that as I don't have time to be worrying about no one, what they're doing, their opinion, or their feelings. The sun only rising once. It's not rising for me. It's not rising for anyone. It is rising, and it will set. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's not going to stop. So I better, like this, the song says, you better make hay while the sun is shining. And gentlemen, that is the essence of time. Make hay while the sun shines. You don't have no time to be jealous of anyone, envious of anyone, because rich and poor both get 24, and the sun rises only once. The sun only rises one time. So if you're using your time wisely, guess what? You don't have time to be worried about anybody else. You don't have time to be jealous of anyone. You don't have time to waste wondering what other people doing, or wondering about their feelings and their opinions. You respect time, keeps you focused. Because you know what? You get a limited amount. You have a goal you want to achieve. You have a time either A, you want to achieve it, or time in which you have to achieve it. So you don't have the luxury to waste time. Now you could, but then you want to achieve your goal. And that's another chapter in this book. It's very important. But before we get to that, you must learn to respect time. You must understand that time is a gift from God. You only get a limited amount of time, because when the Grim Reaper comes a knocking, you gotta go. And no one gets more or less time than anybody else. Rich and poor both get 24. Like my Grammy said, the sun only rises once, boy. You don't have time to waste. You learn to respect time. That's the foundation of your existence. I'm about to close because we have to go into the second chapter, which is called Pilgrim's Progress. Excuse me. Well, let me end with this. It is obvious, painfully obvious, that young man has no respect for time. There's no regard for anyone else's time. Because A, if he valued time, he would value his life, and he wouldn't have stepped off the sidewalk into oncoming traffic 4 times. And then he wouldn't have done it to go to the bar before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. In fact, why wasn't he busy? I mean, some days I don't work all day, depending on my job and the difficulty of it. Some days I work 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, or I have to work 6 days a week, sometimes even 7. So, what was he doing in the bar at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? So it's obviously there's no respect for time, no regard for time. And he's wasting it because he's quite content to waste other people's time. Gentlemen, we're about to close. Don't waste time. Don't practice wasting time. And more importantly, stay far away from people that waste time. Catch you on the flip side, gentlemen. Goodbye.